And if I, for any reason, eat food in the next 30 days, Chris, you get to shave my head. No way.
I would quite literally shave my head instead of having to go 30 hours without eating, let alone 30 days. This is a nightmare. Coach Greg, and in today's video, MrBeast starves himself for 30 days. And I'm not kidding, he literally doesn't eat anything, not a single calorie for 30 days. So in today's video, we're gonna go over his results. How much weight did he lose? How did he feel? Is it something you should try? And so on.
I am not eating any food for the next 30 days. And if I, for any reason, eat food in the next 30 days, Chris, you get to shave my head. No way.
I would quite literally shave my head instead of having to go 30 hours without eating, let alone 30 days. This is a nightmare. And he says, be sure to not follow this at home. He has medical doctors supervising him, ensuring that he won't die during this process because it is in fact a possibility.
And since I'm not eating for the next 30 days, I might as well get rid of all the food in my house.
And so step one, get rid of every single temptation that you have in the house. Fridge, freezer, cupboards, and so on. After all, every time you see the food that you can't eat, which for him is any food, you're gonna have to use your willpower to stop yourself from eating it. But if it's not there, out of sight, out of mind, much easier to stick to your diet. And is MrBeast trolling me at this point? Skinny Pop, right in my face. Remember, I was in fact helping MrBeast to lose weight, gave him a diet plan. There was no Skinny Pop scheduled for him to eat. And just check out the foods that he has available. Cheesy puffs, the junk food, all of that. When it's sitting in the house, it's so much more tempting. And so my advice, keep the junk food out of the house and instead replace it with more healthy alternatives. Fruits, vegetables, popcorn, not Skinny Pop, and so on.
The video we're filming is we're seeing if this man can spend 100 days in this circle. Comment what you think is harder, spending 100 days in a circle or not eating food for 30 days.
And so it's by far much harder to go 30 days without eating than it is to sit down inside of a circle for 100 days. Last I checked, you're not going to die from sitting inside of a circle, but you could in fact die from starving yourself for 30 days.
Typically when I wake up, the first thing I do is I go eat breakfast. But obviously I can't do that now, so I guess I just go film videos.
The only thing going in my mouth for the next 28 days is water.
And so day one, already difficult. He's used to getting up and eating breakfast and he can no longer do this. And he already notices a lack of energy. When you remove the food, the calories from your diet, obviously you're gonna have less energy. Food gives us the energy that we need to sustain our daily activities.
A lot of people say that days 3 through 6 are the hardest, but for the most part I feel fine. I'm just a little sluggish and I just feel tired.
And by day 3, what he's really noticing, aside from being hungry, is that he's really losing a lot of energy. He's sluggish, tired, and what's happening is body is slowly trying to adjust and burn fewer calories. His BMR, basal metabolic rate, that is dropping. Also his NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis, also going down. His body is compensating for the drastic reduction in calories by burning fewer calories. Fidgeting less, moving less, having less energy. And so what you do is you walk around lazy all day long, and that on its own can reduce your daily calorie burn by up to 1,000 calories. And so let's assume MrBeast was eating approximately 2,500 calories a day to maintain his current body weight. If he cuts it down to 0 calories a day, you would think that means he's in a daily calorie deficit of 2,500. But this is not true. His body is compensating by burning fewer calories, and so his actual deficit only about 1,500 calories a day. In comparison, if you were on a smaller calorie deficit, perhaps 500 calories a day, eating 2,000, his NEAT and BMR would perhaps not go down. And so it's a much more intelligent approach to drop the weight as slowly as possible. In doing so, you can help speed your metabolism by not only maintaining but building muscle in the calorie deficit, as well as keeping your energy levels topped off so that you don't slow down during the day. What good is being on a diet if you're lethargic, have no energy, feel like garbage, and are starving? Clearly, what's going on in MrBeast's case.
That's me smiling through the pain. You need me to take a bite of this?
Yes.
They want a photo of me taking a bite of the bar. Can I have permission? I'll spit it out, I promise.
And so just imagine, he literally has to do photo shoots with his chocolate bar. He has to eat into it and he has to spit it out. He's being tempted by his friends with food all the time. He has to say no for 30 days. To me, this just makes no sense. Mind-boggling that he would even take on this challenge.
It's the morning and I woke up with a headache. Doc said it should go away within a day or two. It's pretty normal. So yeah, I'm probably not gonna do much today.
And so this is to be expected when dropping your calories too far. Clearly, I hope everyone knows that cutting your calories down to 0, not very intelligent. After all, how are you going to build or sustain the muscle you have without the protein, the amino acids that you need? And if you're not eating anything, what kind of training are you going to do? You're going to be training half-ass at best, even if you make it to the gym. And so you're going to continue to lose your gains.
I'm getting blood work done to prove to you guys and Chris that I haven't eaten.
The main thing I'm going to be looking for is a hormone called leptin. It will tell me whether you're eating or not. It's going to take a couple days to come in.
And so they're going to be measuring a hormone called leptin. That tells you if you're full. When you've eaten, there's going to be more leptin. It's letting your body know, hey, you've eaten. It's okay. You don't have to keep eating. You can put the fork down. And so where MrBeast hasn't eaten for multiple days, you can expect hardly any leptin, and in comparison, tons of ghrelin saying, eat! What is wrong with you? You've gone close to a week, haven't eaten anything. It is time to swallow something.
Today is day number 6, and for whatever reason, I'm feeling really good. I don't want to get cocky because I still have 24 days left, but I'm starting to think this is actually possible.
And 6 days in, he's feeling good, says, hey, I think I can do this. He's on his second wind. Perhaps his body getting used to eating nothing, it's adapting? Of course not. He feels good for a few moments, but you really think this is gonna last? And he's down 10 pounds in 6 days. And you're thinking, well, that is incredible. He's already lost 10 pounds of fat. Problem is, he's only lost a couple pounds of fat. You're thinking it's 10 pounds of fat. It's not. It's water in the form of muscle glycogen. When you cut your calories down to nothing, your glycogen stores go to 0. For every 1 gram of carb, the body needs 3 grams of water to store muscle glycogen. And so when you don't eat anything, your muscle glycogen, it drops to nothing. Your muscles get flat, stringy, lose energy, doesn't have that great pump. And so you drop a lot of water weight.
We're filming the 100-day in circle video, and after talking really loud for a long time, I'm very tired.
And just think of it. Having to speak loudly, that is tiring him out. Before, the guy who's playing basketball, lifting weights, had lots of energy. Now, it's a challenge to talk.
Just take a nap, probably. So I did take a nap in this guy's house.
And so what kind of calories do you think he's burning? He's losing energy by talking, and then he has to take a nap. How many calories do you think he's burning by taking a nap in comparison to if he was actually eating something? He would be having energy to move around, fidget, perhaps walk around. And so his NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis, would be much higher.
I'm doing phenomenal because it's officially been a week since I ate food. And what better way to celebrate this milestone than some ice balls, baby?
And so he's officially made it a week. And so what does he do to celebrate? Well, a bowl of ice.
It's currently midnight and the boys asked if I wanted to hang out. They're all just nodding away. I'm not gonna lie, in this moment, I am contemplating shaving my head so I can eat some nachos. Those look really good.
You can have them.
And I can't even imagine this. He's surrounded by food all the time. The temptation's always there. The chocolate factory right behind him, all the chocolates and candies. He's been fasting for over 7 days. No idea how he's even made it this far.
The boys sent me a random DM saying they're playing basketball. Probably a horrible idea, but screw it. I literally airballed my first shot.
He's definitely a lot less energetic, making less shots.
And so he's off to play some basketball, something he enjoys to do. Right away, airball, doesn't have the energy. His teammates are saying, the guy, he's just not playing the way he used to. He doesn't have a lot of energy. Manages to make 1 shot, but let's be honest, there's no way he can perform at his optimal when not eating any food.
So, funny story, I just pooped. And that's significant because this was my first poop in over a week.
And so oftentimes something people will notice when they drastically cut their calories is they don't go to the bathroom as often. What my recommendation is, dramatically increase your fiber intake. More fruits, more vegetables, gonna help you go to the bathroom, stay regular, something healthy for your body. Another side effect of not eating enough, hard to sleep. Your body has more cortisol, keeps you up at night. Your body is keeping you awake, saying, go and hunt. Go gather some berries. Do something. We're not gonna let you lay here and sleep. You're starving yourself to death. You need to be awake. You need to go and get some food.
Almost scrapped the chocolate factory video because I was so low energy.
Can I sit down for a second?
And as per usual, the theme of the video, he's exhausted, doesn't have as much energy, he's not eating food, just wants to lay around. And when I did bodybuilding competitions, although I never ate 0 calories, usually 2,500 to 3,000, this is how I felt. Pretty much all the time. You have hardly any energy because you're simply not giving your body the nutrients that it needs. And so if your goal is to get single-digit body fat, perhaps do a bodybuilding competition, realize this. It is not easy, and it is most likely that you are going to suffer more than you can ever dream possible.
Your hormone levels came back, and it shows you are doing good with your fast. So
I believe you. I saw you sleep 8 times today.
It's definitely starting to catch up to me.
He's fallen asleep 8 times in one day, doesn't have much energy, getting himself checked out by the doctor. If you're suffering to this extent, anywhere even close to this, it's time to stop dieting. You've gone too far.
50 minutes past midnight, so it's actually officially day 14. It has been 2 weeks since I last ate food.
And he's 2 weeks into his fast now. Can't believe he made it this far. And he's down 18 pounds. That is about 9% of his body weight. And listen, I've lost more than 18 pounds in 24 hours, but that's through severe dehydration. And so in case you're thinking this is a ton of fat, it is not. What he is in fact losing is a lot of water weight as well as lean muscle tissue, which is fueling his metabolism. And so if you take away the lean tissue, he's going to burn fewer calories. And yes, some of it is fat, perhaps a third of it, but certainly not worth losing 18 pounds to burn off 6 pounds of fat.
We just filmed with Gordon Ramsay for one of our videos. He has informed me he wants to cook me something for his channel.
But you can't eat.
Yeah.
And so imagine he's cooking with Gordon Ramsay. He wants him to try the food that he's making, and he's gonna have to say no. Hey, sorry, no, I just can't eat it. Why? Why can't you eat it, MrBeast? Well, because I'm not eating for 30 days. Gordon Ramsay be like, why would anyone do that? It doesn't make sense.
At least take a bite. You'll be the first person in my entire career that I've cooked something from start to finish and never eaten. Please.
And so the peer pressure's on. Gordon Ramsay saying, you gotta try the meal. I made this for you. You're the first person to have never tried the meal I've made them. You just can't say no.
Rich, delicious.
I love it. It's the best thing I've ever tasted in my life. But you can't just have an influx of carbs after not eating for 14 days.
And so he breaks the fast. He lasts 14 days. He doesn't make the 30 days. He takes one bite and literally spits it out. And he says, well, you can't have an influx of carbs after you haven't eaten for 2 weeks. It's dangerous. It was one bite. And so if you're thinking this is a good idea, literally MrBeast has not eaten for 2 weeks. You think he's just going to have a buffet? Eat anything and everything he wants? Of course not. You have to be careful. The body hasn't had any food for 2 weeks. You need to go easy.
A deal is a deal. Chris, you can shave my head.
And there you have it. Shaves the hair off. In my opinion, that was an intelligent move. Imagine if he had gone the full 30 days. The muscle he would have lost, the decrease in metabolism. He would have been walking around like a zombie, having no energy, falling asleep all the time. This is just not worth it. And so hopefully he can reverse diet, get some protein back into his diet. And so rather than yo-yo dieting, better to keep your weight at a steady, healthy zone somewhere in the middle, not too fat, not too thin, somewhere in the middle, something healthy. Hopefully you learned something, ending it here. Interested in losing weight without starving yourself for 30 days eating nothing? Consider getting my friggin' hard copy cookbook. Low calorie, high volume, high protein meals keep you full, satisfied for the big eater in you. Sick of eating tiny portions or foods you don't like? Stop. Eat all your favorite meals that you're eating right now. Just make them lower in calories. That is what the cookbook is for. You're not going to feel like you're on a diet. You're going to be full, satiated, and so the diet literally is easy. Also, I have the Circle Diet Book, my life's work explaining how to lose weight and keep it off. Please consider getting that. Also, harder than last time supplements, so many I can't list them all here. Click the link in the description if you're interested in getting that. Check out the bloops, GregDoucette.com for coaching, Greg Doucette IPD Pro. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment for the algorithm, and until next time, cookbooks, training plans from me and my team, phone consults, and until next time, I'm out.